Welcome back to the Reload Bench. Recently I got a question on one of my oldest videos, the video where I show how to load and fire a reproduction Walker revolver. Now the process I use is very basic. I'm not using a lot of special tools or anything else like that, just the bare minimum. And the video is meant for a beginner who has decided to get into reproduction black powder revolvers, but doesn't really have a lot of equipment or a lot of experience. There isn't a lot required just to get out to the range and try it out to see if you like it before you start investing more money, because over the years it will become an investment. And the question that was asked was, what diameter bullet do you use for the Walker and how thick of a wad? So I thought I would just explain that in this video today. So first, I'll get out the Walker here. I've got it in this holster made by Frazier Productions. I'll include a link to his website in the description section of the video. I did a video on this holster. I really like it. This is based off of a historical photo of an actual holster used to carry a Walker. And I'll show that the firearm is clear. I simply just put it on half cock and just spin the cylinder so you can visually inspect each chamber. And set it down gently there on the nipple. So for this Walker, I use a 4.57 diameter round ball here. You can use conical bullets in it. You might want to do a slight modification to this opening here where the loading lever goes in order to get a conical in there. There is a video, I'll include a link to it, from Guns of the West showing how to use a file to open that up to fit a conical in there. I haven't used conical bullets yet, so I'm not really going to talk about that in this video. So I've used lead round balls in all my revolvers, and they work out just fine for me, and they're period authentic. You can actually get equipment and cast your own. There are molds and you can cast your own. The same thing with conicals, you can cast your own. And you don't have to use this brand. Hornady is one of the brands that's out there, but the Walker uses a 4.57 diameter lead ball. Here is the lead ball, and I'm going to get out my calipers that I use for reloading, and I'll simply put it in there, and you can see 0.457 diameter. Now as far as the wads, I prefer the Wonder Wads. When I got my first revolver at Dixie Gun Works back in 2000, that's what they sold me, Wonder Wads. It's just a brand name, made in America, and I haven't had any issues with these. Now, you can order them from different sites to include Dixie Gun Works. I believe they're even available on Amazon.com, and they're fairly affordable. If you want to go to your local big box store, if you go to Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, they have their brand, also made in the USA, and you just look for the 44, 45 caliber wads. These are just wool wads that have a lubricant kind of embedded in them. You could cut out your own. You could cut your own wool wads, and you could use different types of homemade or commercially available lubricants and grease them yourself if you wanted to. As far as cutting them out, I would recommend using some sort of round upholstery punch. Something like that would work out. You can also use that if you need to cut paper wads for cartridges, but that's for another video. So what's the thickness? It doesn't actually show on the label of either one of these wads that I use. So let's get out the calipers again, and we'll simply take a Wonder Wad and place it in there. And you can see, if I compress it a little bit, 0.130. That's the thickness. So hopefully somebody who's new to black powder revolvers or is interested in getting into black powder revolvers found that information useful. There are lots of good sources online, to include YouTube, if you're trying to do research to figure out what you want to get when you get into it, what sort of special tools that you might need or that you could use down the road, and where you can get accessories like holsters. Thanks for watching.